What's up XRP holders? Guys, in this video I want to show you something which 99% of people currently invested in XRP are unfortunately missing out on. I'm going to show you some very interesting data points that you need to take into consideration if you're currently holding XRP, because there's a lot of confusion. Some people are calling for this bull run to last until 2027. Others are saying we are already in a bear market. Guys, I want to show you some proof in the charts of what we should expect right now, what my game plan is. And keep in mind, everything in TA, everything in life is a game of probabilities. We have to go with the best probabilities unless proven otherwise. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so let's start off here with the altcoin season index, and bear with me in this entire video because I'm going to show you both sides of the coin. Of course, there is a bearish scenario and there is a more bullish scenario as well, so bear with me. But first off here, this is the altcoin season index, and I always like to use this index because it shows you whenever altcoins are over or undervalued. You typically want to purchase altcoins whenever they are undervalued, of course, below 25 on the index in a Bitcoin season, and you want to scale out of altcoins into stable coins whenever altcoins are overvalued above 75 on this index. And whenever that happens, you want to move into stable coins, because historically we never stay above 75 for a long time. It typically marks out the top in alt season, and we tend to see a longer term pullback or cool off in altcoins. So this is definitely a meter I would say to take serious, and you can see that we are currently hitting 39 on this index today, so there's still massive room left there for growth, I would say, in the coming days and weeks ahead of us. In terms of the XRP price action here in the short term, you can see this range where the price has been trading in since the end of 2024, and right now we are trying to flip the $3 area into support. Sometimes we dip slightly below $3 and sometimes above it, but as long as we hold somewhere around this range, we're still good to go, and it looks like we are flipping previous resistance into new support. So this is a good development. And also here on the 2 weekly time frame, we can see this upward sloping trend line, which has been in play since a few years, since 2021, with a lot of rejections. Once we break this trend line, I do believe that the XRP price could really go parabolic. Now, in the immediate short term, what is interesting on the weekly scale, on the bottom side of the chart, you can see the stochastic RSI. And whenever the stochastic RSI peaks, so whenever we hit, I would say, overbought, we tend to see another peak shortly after, which is a lower high, and that also marks out the local top for XRP here on the weekly chart. And we've always seen a correction after. You can see the first correction happened in October of 2024 after we had that bearish divergence, or that lower high peak in the stochastic RSI. The second lower high peak happened in January, so price made a higher high, while the stochastic RSI actually already peaked earlier and made a lower high. And we have seen quite of a brutal correction for XRP back down to $1.60, a very frustrating period, a very boring period in the market, and a lot of people gave up and sold XRP on the exact bottom. And right now we're also seeing something very interesting. The stochastic RSI peaked in July, price made this peak at at $3.65 or so, and we're currently expecting at least one more push to the upside anytime soon, maybe to $4.50 or $5, somewhere in that area for XRP. But pay attention, guys, because whenever we hit $4.50 or $5, we could see a temporary pullback or cool off period here for crypto and for XRP, just like we have seen in the past few occasions, as you can clearly see on this chart. So this is about the immediate short term for XRP. We're also seeing a very bullish development here on the 2-day chart. We're seeing a golden cross between two very important moving averages, and the last time that we had this golden cross was actually at the end of September, beginning of October last year. You can see that over here. We had the golden cross. XRP went slightly higher in the short term, but eventually we saw correction, and after that we saw massive move higher. So in the immediate short term, yes, it is debatable whether it is a bullish or a bearish thing, but in the midterm, let's say in the next weeks or so, it could definitely play out as a very bullish thing for XRP. So we had this golden cross confirmed
actually a few days or a week ago, and I do believe that we could see massive follow through to the upside for XRP. So this is also a very bullish indication in terms of the momentum. And by the way guys, if you want to purchase or trade XRP or any altcoin, I can highly recommend BTCC. It's the first link down below in the video description. If you sign up to BTCC with my link down below, then you can claim a 10% deposit bonus, which is basically free money that you can use to trade with. Official link down below, check it out. Alternatively, I can also recommend AscendEX, which is also a non-KYC exchange. They're offering huge deposit bonuses, very cheap trading fees, so I would highly recommend it as well. It's the second link down below in the video description. Check it out if you're interested in trading or purchasing any altcoins. Now, continuing here with the analysis, I showed you this chart yesterday, so if you haven't watched that video from yesterday, I would highly recommend it, because in that video I talked about the broader market cycles, the last few bull runs for XRP, and why I believe we are currently in the final phase of this current bull run. So if you haven't checked that video, definitely watch it, because guys, I truly believe we are at the end phase of this cycle, time wise. Price wise, I still think that XRP could gain a lot. I also still believe that altcoins are massively undervalued and that we are going to see an alt season. But time wise, I believe that we could be at the final phase of the bull run. So that's why it's always wise to look at history, look at the probabilities, make up your own trading plan, lock in profits on the way up. And I would of course never sell anything, because if it's going to be different this time around, you always want to be invested in the market. But I'm just saying that according to history, according to statistics, it is possible that we are entering the final phase of the bull run, the blow off top phase, where altcoins are going to go insane. But you want to at least be aware of that, so definitely watch that video from yesterday if you haven't done so. The last thing that I want to show you is actually this comparison with the Bitcoin chart. You can see this upward sloping trend line for XRP, and Bitcoin already broke the trend line on the left hand side of the chart, and as soon as XRP breaks this trend line as well, I believe we could see a massive fruitful period in the market here for XRP going forward.
That was it guys for today's XRP analysis. Hopefully it was helpful to you. If it was, don't forget to like, subscribe. I would of course appreciate that. Also make sure to follow me over on the Instagram. My official link to my account is down below in the video description. I'm posting additional XRP crypto content over there. You can ask me questions from time to time. I'm doing Q&A sessions, so it's definitely valuable. Check it out, official link down below. And for now guys, I still believe that the third and the fourth quarter is going to be extremely bullish for crypto and for XRP as well. As soon as I take profits, as soon as I sell, I will notify all of you. But for now, I'm still holding all my positions, all my spot positions. Stay strong. I want to thank you all for watching, for the amazing support, and I'll see you very soon in another XRP update. Bye bye.